this question says, Caroline has 20 biscuits in a tin. She has 12 plain biscuits, 5 chocolate biscuits, and 3 ginger biscuits. Caroline takes at random 2 biscuits from the tin. Work out the probability that the 2 biscuits were not the same type. Okay, so work out the probability that the 2 biscuits were not the same type. All right, I know from reading this and its familiarity, it's very similar to a question in that other questions that we've seen similar to this. It's going to be like a tree diagram question. It's based on probabilities. They're talking about the probability of her picking 2 biscuits which are not the same type. So what I know is that she's going to pick the first biscuit, she's not going to replace it, and then she'll pick the second biscuit. So it's like a tree diagram question without replacement. Okay, now I could draw a tree diagram for this. However, I'm going to use a technique which doesn't require tree diagrams. I'm going to work out the probability that they're all the same. So picking 2 plain biscuits, 2 chocolate biscuits, and 2 ginger biscuits, and then I'm going to take that away from 1 to work out the probability that they're not the same. Okay, so let's do that first. The probability of picking 2 plain biscuits, well, the first one is going to be 12 over 20. The second one, there'll be 1 less plain because I didn't replace it, so there'll be 11 over 19. Okay, and I need to do that maths. Now you have a calculator available for this, so you could do 12 times 11. You should know it's 132. And 20 times 19, you should definitely know that that's 380, and you should be able to work that out. I'm going to go through the same process to work out the probability of 2 chocolate biscuits. 5 over 20 times 4 over 19, and I'll get similar answers. 4 times 5 is 20, and 20 times 19, still 380. And then finally, 3 ginger biscuits they have all together, so the probability of picking the first one is 3 over 20, and the second one is going to be 2 over 19. And 3 times 2 is 6, 20 times 19, 380. And you should know what to do now. I need to add up these probabilities to work out the probability of getting the same type, either 2 plain white or 2 plain chocolate, or 2 chocolate or 2 ginger, right? So that's going to be 132 over 380 plus 20 over 380 plus 6 over 380. The denominators are all the same. So again, you should know that when you're adding fractions, if the denominators are all the same, you just add the numerator. 132, add 20, add 6, and that's going to be 158 over 380. Okay, 158 over 380. That there is the probability that they're all the same. The probability that they're all different, that they're not the same type, is going to be 1 take away 158 over 380. Okay, now how do you do that? Very, very simply. 1 is 380 over 380. Okay, that's the same as 1 take away 158 over 380. If you think about the adding of fractions, the denominators were all the same. We added the numerators. Here we're subtracting fractions and the denominators are the same, so we just need to subtract the numerators. 380 take away 158 is going to be 222 over 380. If I half both of those, they're both even numbers. You can leave this as your answer and you still will get full marks, but I'm going to simplify this. Half of 222 is 111. Half of 380 is going to be 190. And there you have it. That's my final answer. I could still, as I said, put 222 over 380. You will get full marks for it. The question didn't say to simplify. This is a very common type of question, and you are very likely to get something of this type in your exam.